Hey, what's up, YouTube and my non-sport trading card fans? It's your boy, RetroHero, back doing another non-sport trading card show and tell. This one's number 86. In today's episode, we're going to talk a continuation on my episode 84, maybe a week or so ago, where I picked up a collection of non-sport trading cards. I got some wax, a lot of sealed packs, some things that I haven't seen before. In addition to those, I've been picking up some complete boxes for my non-sport trading card collection. So I have about a dozen of those. I'll talk where I got them, what I picked them up for, and they should be pretty cool. I'm pretty stoked to share those with you. In addition to that, I received another box from Ian's Records. Ian's Records on Etsy. Ian, thank you so much. You always hook your boy up. Picked up some really cool things, some things I didn't have, so I'm excited to review that with you. And last but not least, I did pick up a Grail item thanks to GPK Hunter on Instagram. If you remember, a couple years ago, I found a couple Tobacco Bad Kids trading cards. They come across eBay maybe from time to time. It is a very difficult set to find. It is a Garbage Pail Kid parody from the late 90s, early 2000s. But GPK Hunter, after that video, got a hold of me, said, hey, I have a sealed pack, and we've been talking for well over a year, and he finally let me go ahead and buy that. So excited to talk about that Tobacco Bad Kids pack back there. In the meantime, why don't you guys sit back, relax, and let's have some fun. Alright, hi and welcome back. Let's jump into today's video. Might be a longer one. I know nobody expects a long video from their boy here. But let's take a look at a couple pickups. I'm just going to grab and go. This first one I found on Facebook Marketplace. This is a complete box of James Bond 007, the Moonraker movie. This is 1979 tops, great logo. Really good looking wax box, I thought, in wonderful condition. I did have the seller go ahead and open it up to me and see if these packs had loose gum, so let's check it out. Got some loose gum in that one. Check this one. Loose gum in that one. Pretty stoked to find a full box of packs of James Bond Moonraker from 79. Loose gum. These packs are in wonderful condition. I'm pretty stoked to actually have this added to my collection. Yeah, I was pretty amazed at how inexpensive this box is, I guess. I worked a package deal. I got this one and another box for around $150. I figured on eBay, maybe Etsy, this box is just a little bit over $100 depending on condition of packs, condition of the box. But so we're going to call this 75 and we're going to call the other box 75. Shipping was included in this deal, but the 20-cent stickers, James Bond 007 Moonraker. Pretty stoked to add that into my box collection. This was the other half of that deal. Nanu. Mork and Mindy. Again, 1979 tops. You see the old logo there. 20 cents. Boxes, maybe not as nice as the James Bond box, but definitely not a bad box at all. 1979 Topps Chewing Gum Incorporated. So you guys remember these trading cards were about selling gum, not the card. So let's open this up. Full complete box. This has not been punched, which I thought is really good to find. Is the gum loose? Oh yeah, this is nice and loose gum in these packs. Really good looking packs. Now I do not have the Mork and Mindy set. I can't get myself to break open these beautiful wax packs. I do have a couple extra wax packs, so maybe I'll break those open in another time. Some of these packs do have a broken piece of gum here or there, but to survive from 1979 in this condition, I was pretty stoked. So we're going to call this one $75 as well. Robin Williams, rest in peace. Mork and Mindy, great sitcom. I remember watching this as a youngster. In addition, Ring Pops and Pop Bottle Candy was new in 1979. So nowadays that's vintage candy, right? That's what they say. Let's set that aside. Mork and Mindy and James Bond Moonraker. We're going to move on again. I actually got this maybe about 4 weeks ago. I've just been waiting to do a video on that. Look at that poor return, that big giant black mark over Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This is BBC wrapped and authenticated by Steve Hart. For the longest time, I didn't have any BBC wrap boxes, and now I probably have 5 or 6 added to my collection, including a couple Garbage Pail Kids. But really cool. Now, if you remember the lore around why there's a black mark over the tops of these boxes, it is commonly agreed upon that these are returned, meaning that they didn't sell at whatever store and then they were returned to Tops or even a discount outlet. They marked the box and then they resold again for more than likely pennies on the dollar. It's hard to really imagine Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom not having sold out. You know, kids, that was a great movie. I remember seeing that in the theaters when I was a youngster, but you know, apparently maybe it was at some store and they just didn't sell any, so they sent some back. But really welcome addition to the collection. I picked this up from the BBCE Baseball Card Exchange, and right around $100. It was a great deal. I found one locally. Box was in worse condition, not wrapped by BBCE, and the seller wanted about $150 for it. So I went ahead and just ordered this one from the BBCE, and again, a really welcome addition to my collection. Let me move my drink out the way there. In addition to that, Snotty Signs, not super popular. 1986, great year, 1986, but this is BBCE wrap box again. Steve Hart, pretty inexpensive in the grand scheme of things. These are stickers that just have funny signs on them. But I do like the box art, very Garbage Pail Kid-esque. Almost looks like maybe this is a Tom Bunk type art. I don't know who did the art, but I did pick up this. I have a bunch of boxes of this, but now I have a sealed box in the collection, and I think this was maybe $40, so not very expensive at all, and a really welcome addition into my full, complete wax box collection. All right, next one, Gremlins 2 won an auction on this eBay probably a month or 2 months ago, right around the holiday season, or right after the holiday season, I think. Very, very inexpensive. I believe this is 1990 tops. Does it say? It doesn't say. Oh, yeah, here we go. 1990. Gremlins 2, very good movie. I've actually just watched this again. I didn't remember Gremlins 2 a whole lot, but then I watched the movie. It's pretty good. Not as good as Gremlin, of course, but you know, I enjoyed it. Very, very inexpensive. The auction I won for this was about $35 plus, I think, $12 or $13 shipping. Really nice little surprise. Of course, you have the movie poster that came in here as well. Always like when you get that. And then you've got the sealed packs. Wonderful loose gum in these. Really cute packs of Gremlins 2. You've got Gizmo and the villain. I don't remember his name. I just watched this not too long ago. I tell you, as I get older, I forget so much stuff. But very, very cool. Welcome addition to the collection. A complete box of Gremlins 2. And this is pretty inexpensive. If you watch the bid auctions, you can typically get this for, you know, as far as I'm concerned, around $1, maybe $1.25 a pack, including the box in that. So, very cool. All right, just another box of baseball's greatest gross outs. This is my 4th box of this series. I specifically bought this box with nothing else in mind than to open up these packs. The gum, just like every box from Leaf, Don Russ, it is melted to that first card. I'm hoping to put together a set. We'll see what kind of time we have in the video today. I may just break this open and make it an hour-long video. I don't know. I'm stoked to tear these open. Super nostalgic for me. When I was a kid, this I remember these were in my local sports card store, which was called Sports Card Connections. And I bought these packs. They were just really cool. My dad used to shake his head. He's like, "Those aren't worth anything, just like your garbage pail kid cards." But I loved them. The gross out, funny picture, humor, so cool. So really welcome addition to the collection there. Let's continue to move on. This was an eBay purchase. I have been watching this box of cards from the seller for probably about 5 months. I've been making offers on it every couple of months and they get turned down. Finally, the seller sent me a 20% off little coupon to buy this. In addition to that, I sent her my original offer for the cards, and she finally took the offer. So thank you so much. I know you think I'm one of those guys, but I didn't want to overpay for this. It was $28 plus a little bit of shipping for gross outs. 6 trading cards, 1 power card per pack. I've seen a video open these up, maybe a little card game. They're pretty simple art on the cards, maybe like Grossville High or something like that. But this is something that I didn't have in the collection. I've been watching a long time. Any type of 80s, 90s, 2000 gross out humor parody type cards. I really like them. So who did this? This is done by Cryptics Cards Upper Deck. Gross out. That's all the name of the box, and I'm not going to break this open. I do have a pack or two we'll open at a later date, but a really welcome addition and inexpensive addition to my collection. All right, moving right along. I talked about this, I don't know, about 4 or 5 videos ago. I did pick up another Heritage Mars Attacks box. This is 50 years of Mars Attacks. The cool part with the Heritage is you do get a couple hits in this box. Typically what I've got is some neat parallels, a relic card, and a sketch card is what I got in the last one, which was really neat. I don't know if you can get artist autographs, but I'm not going to open this one. I have already put together this set. Really cool box of cards. I found a really good deal on this with one of the Christmas sales and a little gift certificate I had. So total cost all in for this minus the gift certificate for me was about $50. With the gift certificate was just under $100, and it's just going to stay sealed in my collection. Mars Attacks, such a unique and very popular series, been redone a lot since the 60s. That original Mars Attacks 60 series, a little bit out of my price range, but this was not, so I will continue to collect the re-releases on this. And you might even see a trend on that a little later. I didn't know if I grabbed that box or not. But really cool Mars Attacks Space Adventure Trading Cards 2012 Heritage. I was pretty stoked when I actually ran across this. A seller had a bunch of these, a case of these on eBay, and it didn't sell, and then the same seller was breaking these up per boxes. He did put a couple up for auction. I believe you can still maybe buy 1 or 2. The seller's asking $60 for these 1991 tops. Really nice. Now the box, not in the best condition, but it is all in the packs. The packs are absolutely beautiful. Typically, when I got these before, for some reason, a lot of them are popped. They've got really beautiful roller marks, as you see right on there. No reason to really open up the Wacky Package series from 1991 unless you're a collector. I do actually have this series, and now I have a complete box. The auction ran for, I believe, 7 days. And I picked this up for just under $44 and a little bit of shipping. I believe the shipping was $6 or $7. But a really welcome addition. 1991 Wacky Packages. I tried to win the second one that was up for auction, and that one went for a little bit over $50. So I kind of cut off my price bidding at $50 for this. But yeah, I was stoked to have this, and again, a super welcome addition to my collection. 1991 Topps Wacky Packages. Okay, moving right along to another redone series. I believe they're Fleer from the 60s. I'm not 100% sure who did the initial series, but Weirdos, very, very popular trading card. There was a collector that, again, had a bunch of boxes of these, and I'm trying to remember if it was an auction or was it a buy it now. Regardless, picked this up for less than $20 with shipping. It does have a Cliff's price tag on this for $279. I'm assuming that's for the whole box, but a remake of Weirdos. It is a complete box. You know they're not original because they are paper packs and not the wax packs, but this is a really good series of cards. Really a well done remake for this, and I thought it was a neat addition to the collection. I do have a pack of the Weirdos from the 60s, an original pack, and now I just have the collector's box. So thought that was pretty cool and something maybe unique to add to my collection. Really neat. Plus it's small, it just slides in on the collection shelf. It makes things a little easier for me. I'm gonna have let's grab this one first. So Cassius Treasures was the first person I saw to open up one of these 1991 hit spit, swear, scratch, and steal baseball cards. Again, gross out, funny humor cards from Confex in the 90s. So I watched his opening and I thought, that's really cool. And then he sent me a pack. And then recently I just got another pack. I've never opened these up, but I did find a sealed box. Really weird on these. Sometimes the boxes are 50, 60, $70, and on occasion if you just are patient, you'll find a box that comes up. It took forever to come to me. I ordered this before Christmas and well over a month to be delivered. I don't know if the seller was out of town, but it is what it is. I picked this up for $19, and that included the shipping. So I thought, what a great addition to the collection. I'm excited to open up the couple packs that I have and leave this sealed in my collection. Baseball cards, hit, spit, swear, scratch, and steal. And then you got a bonus, Wacky at Bats card game. Very, very cool. Welcome addition to my collection. Okay, I'm going to save one for last because I got a little story to go with it. Okay, I'm going to say these are welcome additions to my collection anyway. I do have a box of Dick Tracy thanks to Criterion Racer. Now I have a second one. Boxes in relatively good condition. Wax packs are nice. This is the last year I believe that Topps actually did wax packs, and then they went to kind of the plastic packs or the cello type packs. So this should be 1991, but I'm not 100% sure. Does it say anywhere? You guys figure I would be a little bit more prepared for my video. I'm not. I'm just a collector showing these off. Yeah, so you'll have to go to Criterion Racer's channel. I'm sure he knows when these were made, but the wax packs of Dick Tracy, welcome addition to my collection. And then, yeah, New Kids on the Block. I don't care if anyone makes fun of me. Revolutionary band back in the days, the New Kids on the Block. Love these. These are the first series. There is a first and second series. That's how popular they were. Really good music when I was in junior high. I do like New Kids on the Block. I have a bunch of packs of these, and now I've got just a complete wax box to add to the collection. Both of these were $16 altogether, plus $7.85 for shipping, so $8 a piece plus a little bit of shipping. I'm not going to say no to that because New Kids on the Block, Danny, Jordan, Joe, Jonathan, Donnie, hanging tough. Now Donnie, you guys all know, right? Is Donnie the burger guy now? So he makes burgers. They're in all the Hy-Vee supermarkets. I don't know. Dick Tracy, great movie. Of course, Madonna was in there. Do enjoy that, and these are, I'm going to call them welcome additions to the collection. I didn't have them, and now I do. Let's kind of set these aside. Okay, this last complete box, 1995 Fleer Batman Forever trading cards. This was actually a good Batman movie. I didn't like the one with Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, but Jim Carrey as the Riddler, really good. For box sales only, it says 1996 Fleer, really, really cool. Now, the reason I got this really skinny box, by the way, reason I picked this up is I was at a local sports card store. We had a new one that opened up here recently, and it's kind of in maybe the outside of a bowling alley. You have to walk in the vestibule doors and then go to the right for this tiny store, or you can walk into the bowling alley. So I walked in there, and I am a sports card collector. I know I don't show off a lot of that. Maybe some other time in a video I'll come clean with you guys and show you my sports card collection, 50s, 60s, 70s. But I love non-sport. I love GPK. And I walked in there, and one of these stores where it looks like he bought out of Walmart. He had a lot of Pokemon tins, and the sports cards that are in the hangers that you can see at the grocery store. But he did have a small non-sport selection. Nothing I really didn't have. A lot of it is junk wax, and these aren't wax, but they are pretty much the junk era. But I didn't have this, and I thought, that's pretty cool. I'd love to have one of these for the collection. They were all kind of stacked up, much like what they are over here, and I couldn't see the price, so I asked this guy to come on over and show me. So he took this out and handed this to me. 79.95 is what he was asking for this box of cards. And of course, I break out my phone. I don't know everything about non-sport. I'm just a huge fan, and I love having this stuff on the shelf. I love ripping open some cards and being nostalgic about the movie or the time when I picked some of these packs up. But I checked a comparable on my phone, and I'm pretty nice. I mean, I like to haggle a little bit. I just said, hey, do you match comps, comparables? And he's like, where are you looking? And I said, just looking at a couple solds on eBay. He's like, oh, I don't match on eBay. I have overhead. And so I said thank you and politely handed it back. And he was very, very put out that I even matched him or asked him to match eBay comps. So I didn't buy anything at the store. I mean, not a thing. I ended up walking out, and then sitting in my car, I just went right on eBay and ordered this, and it was less than $20. Really welcome addition to my collection. If you own a sports card store, look, I get it. You've got overhead. You don't have to do any of that, but he seemed very frustrated that I even asked him to do that, and I guess I don't know if that's politically correct nowadays to ask it that way, but I could have bought 4 boxes for what he was charged. So I just couldn't get myself to buy it to keep it sealed in my collection. Jim Carrey looks really, really strange. All right, another welcome addition to the collection. All right, so moving on to Ian's Records. Cool part about Ian's Records on Etsy is whenever you buy something, you get a couple things. He throws in a box of cards, and typically they're in really good condition. I sent him a message this time. I'm like, look, dude, Ian, stop sending me nice boxes of cards. I feel obligated to buy packs and fill them up. It's it's a sickness, you guys. But this time he did still send me a nice box, a Beetlejuice. But Ian, thank you so much. Really cool dude, and he'll take your Facebook Messenger questions, and he's got a great story. I do recommend you guys to check it out. Always throw some freebies in when I place an order. So Ian, thank you so much. We're just going to take a look at what the freebies are this time around, because I haven't actually looked at them yet. Looks like we've got a Marvel's series card of Sparrow. Okay, very cool. I'm not a big Marvel card collector. Don't know a lot about them. I do know the X-Files. Molnar and Scully there. That's pretty cool. I don't have any X-File boxes. Don't think they're worth a whole lot. And yeah, the remake of the Monkeys. Had a chance to buy a complete set of the Monkeys here not too long ago. From the 60s, I believe, maybe early 70s, but I did pass. A little bit much for a band I don't have a lot of interest in. It looks like this is probably a Wacky Packages postcard, right? Oh yeah, cool. Topps Wacky Packages postcards 2011. These are pretty cool. Man, if you ever send something to a Wacky Package artist for an autograph, include one of these. These are fun to get signed, so I'll probably do a little bit of research on this. But Loafy Taffy, Goof Off Grape. I do love some grape wacky taffy though. Really cool. Welcome addition to the collection. Gonna just set these aside for the time being. Let's see what came in from my box from Ian's Records. So first things first, Ian sent me a really nice box of Toxic Crusaders. I do have a set of these, including all the holo cards. Really popular set, Toxic Crusaders. 8 cards, 1 hologram sticker. I believe it's from the mid-90s, if I remember correctly. But so I bought a bunch of packs from him just to start putting together a box. And these are kind of fun because they always give me something fun to search for on eBay. When I just need to buy 1 or 2 small things to kind of satisfy that itch, of non-sport card collecting. Okay, we got a couple packs of Super Pac-Man Rub-Off by Fleer. Very nice. Ian, thank you so much. These are great cards. Gums in one piece for these. Really cool. They are the rub-off games, much like the Nintendo games or the video game stickers, the best video games of 1983. So very nostalgic and collectible for me. As a kid, I remember buying these from Ben Franklin. Pac-Man was on everything for a while there in the mid 80s, and you had fun games. You'd ask for a penny from your dad and you'd rub them off and try to complete the Pac-Man game. So very cool. I didn't have any packs of chips. And then I finally got 2 from Ian's. I tell you what, they were $9.50 a piece, and that is half the price of what I see these for on eBay. Great television show. On MeTV, occasionally I do catch an episode of Chips if I take a super late lunch one of those days, but still really cool. I remember fondly watching the TV series when I was a youngster, and now I have 2 of these wax packs to add to my collection, so thanks Ian for that. Picked up just a bunch of other wax. Was a pretty good price. I've got another Buck Rogers. Unfortunately, the gum in Mr. Rogers there is just wrecked, so that's too bad. We'll probably break that open. Another Happy Days, nicely sealed, good piece of bubble gum in there. Happy Days, very cool. Rocky 4, yeah, Rocky 4. I got a couple of those. Gums in 2 pieces, but not bad. Anytime I find Aliens cards for a good price, I do pick them up. Typically, these are anywhere from $8 to $11 or $12 a piece. It was $3.50, so thought that was a great addition. My kooky classmates, autograph stamps. I love these 60s Fleer packs. Gums in one condition. Pack looks absolutely amazing. So very nice. And then super stoked. Again, one day I'll talk sports cards with you guys, but I do have both of the Pro Golf Stars sets from 1981. I believe it's Don Russ. Don Russ Company. And they've got the Jack Nicklaus rookie in there. And so, hey, 2 packs of these, $8 a piece. That is a great deal as far as I'm concerned. Gums in one piece, loose in the cards. You can feel it moving around there. So really nice. I'm definitely going to put these in my non-sports top loaders and containers because pretty stoked to have a couple of these. Big golf fan. Another pack of the Irish Garbage Pail Kids. I like Ian's Records when I get these because the gum seems to be loose in these. Typically you'll see, if you can kind of see the gum a little bit there, it's starting to mold, and that actually happens with the UK Ireland gum. It didn't have the preservatives that the American gum has in it, but if you keep them in a nice dry darker place, it won't degrade the cards anymore, and that's my plan on doing. Clear top, clear bottom, Topps Ireland 3rd Series with Paddy Scotty on the cover. Gonna go in the GPK collection. Let's grab some other stuff. Some foil packs of things that either I've seen and I don't want to buy a box of, or I haven't seen before. I have seen Starship Troopers. I'm a gigantic nerd when it comes to this movie. I think the movie is great. In fact, over in my movie shelf, I think they made 3 or 4 of them, and I bought them all. The first one is definitely the best, by Inksworks. Starship Troopers foil packs, so very welcome addition to the collection. Hammer Horror, 10 trading cards from the horror from Cornerstone Communication. I've never even seen these before. I saw them at Ian's Records. Kind of a more expensive foil pack. I think this was around $10, but I do like unique things, and if I've never seen it before, I'm definitely going to pick it up. So I added that to the collection. You guys know I'm a super big video game nerd, so I did have to get a couple of the Skybox Super Mario Brother movie, the live action movie trading cards. That is a welcome addition to the collection. Not a great movie, but man, it's Mario on Mario. So come on, yeah. Waterworks, who knew they made Waterworld? Who knew they made the Kevin Costner blockbuster Waterworld? Now, I loved Waterworld. I know everyone panned it. If I remember correctly, it was a super expensive movie, but I know why they had trading cards of it, limited edition. Well, but yeah, so I was stoked to add this to my collection. Very excited for these. And then I bought a couple extra of these just to send Avo one because he is a Transformer nut. But Transformers Dark Side of the Moon official trading card pack. Another welcome addition to the collection. Avo, one of these are going to come your way, the Transformer cards. Very nice. So that pretty much takes care of my pickups, especially my boxed pickups, things that I had purchased over the last couple of weeks. Pretty excited for some of this wax. If you guys, I get the question all the time. Everybody asks, "Hey, what do you store your wax packs in?" You know, if they're bigger wax packs, I can definitely put them in a 25 count slide box. You know, the smaller wax packs or regular size wax packs, I just again get a 240 point BCW top loader. They slide right in like that. I think they do a good job keeping your packs in nice condition. And then you can go ahead and store them in your boxes and things like that. So I think these are great. They do come in different points. 180 point is a little bit smaller. And for those smaller packs, for like Super Pac-Man, it's a skinnier pack and it's a little bit more snug as far as I'm concerned in there. So you can get the different point sizes for these and go ahead and just keep your collection in the best condition you possibly can. So again, that's what I use for those. I don't have any slide boxes in front of me, but yeah, that's pretty much what I do for these. I just keep them in a nice little container and put them with my Garbage Pail Kids. Speaking of Garbage Pail Kids, or a parody thereof, gosh, I think I was in the 30s. I probably had just a few subscribers. I went over the Tobacco Bad Kids. Found a couple of these and purchased them. This is a subset done in the 90s as kind of an anti-smoking campaign, and there was a website that was attached to these that has now been defunct. But 1999-2000 Tobacco Bad Kids, a neat little parody on the gross out cards of the era. This is Bronchio Joe. I don't know. It's Joe with bronchitis is I'm assuming. So he's been smoking, and that's what that has caused. Pretty gross and gruesome. Again, anti-smoking. With this, you got Voice Box Barry. So Barry has done too many things in his life that has been bad to him, and now he has a voice box. So sorry, Barry. And then Mouth Cancer Manny. So Manny's had too much chaw, a little bit of red man in the cheeks, and Manny unfortunately has some mouth cancer, which, you know, all these are horrible things. But again, anti-smoking, and they're going to kids. What I was talking about when I did the video is I said I would love to get a sealed box or a sealed pack of Tobacco Bad Kids. Now, GPK Hunter, I follow him on Instagram. He posts some really cool stuff. He also did the TV Stevie Experience, which is a great card set. He's also coming out with a new parody card set, GPK related. So you guys make sure you look up GPK Hunter on Instagram. But he got a hold of me. He's like, "Look what I got." And I was like, "Oh, that is the coolest thing." So this is the paper sealed pack for Tobacco Bad Kids trading card. Introductory series, 7 cards included. I assume all 7 cards would be the full series. Now you can help fight big tobacco and help save the world from cancer and disease they spread to millions of people. TobaccoBadKids.com. Again, last time I looked at it, it was defunct. 2000 Tobacco Bad Kids Company in Waltham, Massachusetts. And their zip code there, printed in the USA, sealed paper pack, wonderful condition. I am not opening this. I have never seen a sealed pack of this. Looking through eBay, through Etsy, searching, I come across a card here or there. They're typically pretty expensive. People don't see them all the time. This is the first time I've seen a sealed pack. It was a private sale, so if anyone out there has some of these, make sure you hit me up. But if you are looking for some of these, here's your price point. We started off pretty high. In GPK Hunter, it was a few weeks ago. If I remember correctly, I think I gave him $60 for this. And I did it friends and family. Good guy, I know him. So $60, but I do now have something I've never seen before in my parody collection, Tobacco Bad Kids. Was stoked to get this. Thank you so much, GPK Hunter. This is truly a little Grail addition to my collection. And I think next week I'm going to have another Grail addition to the collection. We should just take a look at a few things that have come in the mail. They've been sitting in my background for a while. These are 1966. They're the Batman Black Bats. You can see the date on the bottom. They're not in horrible condition. They are definitely not in mint condition. This is a very, very collectible set. In the 60s edition renditions, they have some words on the back explaining, but this one is the Black Bat. Let's go. We've got the threat of Catwoman with her pirate sword in the 60s. That's pretty cool. As Robin is securely tied within the secret hideout of the Catwoman, the sinister villainess approaches him with a long blade. So I've got some writing on the back of that, of course, not in the best condition, but I am just putting together a Black Bat set. These are really cool. Of course, the Thud Robin in action. These are wonderful additions to my collection. I couldn't believe the price on these that I found them for. I've been talking with some local collectors on some of the old school forums and was able to secure a couple of these for what I thought was a pretty good price. The Joker in jail there. Wonderful art. So these are a very welcome addition to my collection, and again, I will put that set together. I forget how many are in the set, but I have a really good start with about 29 different cards without any type of duplicates in there. This is a neat set. I found it locally. I believe 60s again. Yeah, gosh darn it. You know, again, not a lot of research I've done on these. It's Good Guys, Bad Guys. I believe it's mid-60s Fleer. I could be wrong on that, but just Wild West pictures of villains. Some of them you'll recognize, of course, Butch Cassidy, and right underneath him you've got the Sundance Kid. I've got a couple of each. I bought these in a really big lot. Not super expensive. They're a couple bucks a piece. There's Texas Jack. I've got a couple extra. There's Rattlesnake Dick. Yeah. So if you've watched some old westerns like me, you're gonna see that. Yeah, you're going to recognize some of these characters' names. Lots of Black Barts. Some of them I don't recognize at all, and other of them I'm like, oh yeah. So the Dalton Gang, you've got Pancho Villa there. I don't know Bill Anderson. There's a Texas Jack somewhere in here as well. But there are a few cards that are worth some money in this set. Bill Carver, but a majority of them, not really. Still a really welcome addition to my collection. Pretty excited when there's Virgil Earp, one of the Earp brothers. Wild Bill Hickok. So I ate at his family farm when I was on vacation as a kid. Met his great-great-grandson or his great-grandson. Anyway, it was on a ranch. It was really cool. We ate breakfast there with my family. I was looking for Wild Bill. But anyway, I'm kind of a Western nerd, so I thought those were a welcome addition to the collection. Just going to go in my PC and stay there probably forever. You know what? That's pretty much it for today's videos. Looks like, according to my clock, we've been going for a little bit over 30 minutes. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Again, thank you, GPK Hunter, for the Grail item. Never thought I'd own a seal pack in my collection. Now I do. Awesome of you. I really appreciate you parting with that. Ian's Records on Etsy. Ian, thank you, brother. You never disappoint. You always hook me up. Great freebies. And it's time to go put all this stuff away on the collection shelf. Thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully you enjoy these. Remember to like, subscribe, leave me a comment if you'd like to hear back from me. And I'll talk to you again really soon. Take care. Bye.